skip that bit. Yeah, so we often use this analogy to describe Sync the City. It's a little bit like an episode of the BBC Apprentice followed by Dragon's Den. So obviously BBC Apprentice, there is a goal to create a business for fun or for profit. It's kind of an exercise to do that. And then we have the all-important pitch at the end once you've created your business idea, and we actually have real cash available for teams to win. Yeah, so a few £1,000s for the winner, and the people. So that's the judge's choice, and the people's choice is £1,000, and there's no obligations attached to the cash at all. One of the best uses of it I've ever seen was one of the winners brought a lovely dog, pet dog. But yeah, obviously, if maybe the team is serious about it, they could, invest that money in building their business, but there's no obligations attached to it. So yeah, that's kind of yeah. And as I say, it's a lot of people. I'll go more into the learning experience later from the Sync the City, but initially I guess we need to improve maybe the marketing side of it. People think it's obviously, it's building a startup in 54 hours. It's an exercise in going through the process of doing it. You're not necessarily are building a real business. Everyone has their own lives, their own jobs, etc., which they're happy with, but it's fun to go through the process. So that's kind of the main goal. It's a learning experience for fun, but it can be for profit as well. This is a shot of Callum pitching LoanSafe, one of these startups. Actually, he did go through, and it's called now SafePoint, I think, SafePoint. Yeah, he's actually a real business, which has been going for a few years now. We actually have had, over the years, real businesses spin out of it. Doesn't necessarily mean it's like all of the team involved, that you might be in a team and a few of them go forward and they get inspired and create it. So for fun or for profit. The process, which is probably what you're most interested in, it goes over the Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So it starts at 4:30 p.m. on a Friday and goes through to the Saturday, the 10:30. So it's the 54 hours. And the 54 hours is actually the whole kind of format of the event is borrowed from, you just Google Startup Weekend and you can go and it's borrowed from that same format. Yeah, so it starts off with the one minute pitch right through to the final. So I'll go and there's actually, this list is out of date. There's 62 teams on there. We've had over 70 now, I would say. Last year's wasn't added, but here's like an idea of all the different teams and their strap lines over the years. So the yellow is the winners, and then the orange is the runner-up. And as you can see there, a lot of what we often find is kind of it's people trying to solve local problems. There's a lot of social problems in there, environmental problems. There tends to be, solutions, problems that come forward, like trying to create the next TikTok app or anything like that. That doesn't tend to happen. It's actually really inspiring to see people get up on stage and pitch kind of real problems that are local to us. Yes, so moving on. Yes, so as I said, it can seem intimidating. We've been doing work, some branding here. Get in loser, we're founding a startup company just to kind of inspire people. We've got loads more different imagery related to that, but it can seem intimidating, but we have really good mentoring team that support all the teams. We kind of now do X Factor style mentoring. So a mentor will be assigned to a team, and a lot of these mentors have done it before. So the mentoring team are getting better and better over the years, because it's not easy for them to do it, because we are supposedly experts in what we do. But, you can talk, it's talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? But over the years, we've got better and better than that. So you can see we've got mentors that cover all kinds of different skill sets. We split the mentor in 2 teams. We have 2 team leads there. You can see Catherine there as a team lead, and Tom is a team lead, and they have their own mentoring teams that are working with the actual teams, and it creates a bit of competition every year, leading those teams to get a winner through. But yeah, you're assigned a mentor, the same mentor throughout the whole event, and they might pull in other people from the mentoring team, or actually other teams, to help on a particular kind of need. Yeah, and just to kind of reiterate the whole thing, it's not necessarily about building a startup. It is a learning experience. It's an awesome experience for some, students who are kind of completely fresh. They get to experience what it's like to work in a startup, like 1 year condensed into 54 hours, because it's quite intense. Through to actually someone who's really experienced. They've been in, they're a complete expert marketing or salesperson or software engineer or UX designer, or just an entrepreneurial business strategist. You could be completely expert, but you may be been working very closely in your domain, particular domain, for many years, and you're thrown into a small team where you're exposed to working with a mobile developer or UX designer, or an engineer is exposed working with a sales and marketing person. So it's actually really good if you're already kind of highly experienced in your particular domain of expertise. And also it's a really good opportunity to leave your comfort zone. So you may be expert in a particular area, but you could try something else out. And I've had people like really hardcore engineers that like to work, in the dark in a corner, actually have an attempt at doing some cold calling during the event. So yeah, it's good, safe environment to do that. So these are just and what we find, actually, a big outcome is it just improves everyone's confidence, and that even goes to the mentors. So I kind of see it as an opportunity for us all to get together in a room for 2.5 days and just get better. We all upgrade our skills, basically. Yeah, so it's good fun. Obviously, yeah, good fun. The whole thing is, it's good fun. And as I like this image here, because we actually do have a actor. He's a street performer, and he does workshops, and he comes along and does workshops on anyone, like most of the people who are going to be pitching. They go through a workshop, so it's body language and improving your confidence and everything like that. So we try and cover all the things, and it is all down to that pitch. So just going down into the actual detail, the event starts, we meet at 4:30, around 6:30, we have dinner and everything like that and mingle. And at 6:30, anyone can go up on stage and have a 1-minute pitch. So this tends to vary from 30 to 40 pitches that go on. People go up on stage, strictly got 1 minute to introduce themselves, describe the problem, describe their solution, and what skills they need to make it a reality. You don't have to have an idea. You can listen to the ideas, and then if one you're interested in, you can maybe join the team later. Or if you have an idea, you can go up and pitch, and if it doesn't make the voting, you'll have to join someone else's. But we don't pre-screen that any of the ideas. When we meet for dinner before, you can run your pitch past the mentors and refine it, and etc. And we recommend that we'll send out information before about the perfect 1-minute pitch, but we obviously recommend you practice it on your friends, family, and colleagues before. But then you'll also have opportunity to refine it 2 hours before with the mentors before you go up on stage. This is always a really fun part of it, because it'll just be one person after another, and you have this card with your number on it, and that's so that we can remember who you are. So we'll have 20 to 30 ideas. Then the lead mentors will whittle that down to 20 ideas. Often, so it's a pre-selection. So often we'll have similar pitched ideas. So we might ask a couple of people to join up, because you've got the same idea. And then we'll get that down to 20. And then it's a case of voting. This is the second most crazy thing. There's more. There's the first most crazy thing is the next thing. And you basically have a cup, and a tiddly, everyone when they come along, they have their tiddlywink, and then they'll go and drop a tiddlywink in the cup to vote for what they think is the best idea. Then we get it down to the 12 winning ideas, and they're all on stage, and they're the ones that are going to actually take their idea forward throughout the event, but they need a team. So the next phase is they'll get assigned to a mentor, and then they then need to recruit a team straight away. So we tend to try and ensure we have a good mixture of skills. When you turn up at the event, probably you will do this year as well. You'll have a band, like it'd be different color, depending on your skills. So yellow normally for designers, red for business, and blue for engineers. And we try and get a good mixture of skills in the team. You can't take all the designers, you can't take all the developers. So you'll have 1 or 2 designers, 2, 3 developers, and 1 or 2 business people, and then you'll have 50% of those will be students and 50% professional, so to speak. We call ourselves professional. Yeah, so that is absolutely crazy. You imagine what it's like to recruit a team. It takes months, years sometimes, within basically 20 minutes, and it's quite fun. And then you have your team, and you're ready to realize the opportunity. If you are the one that's pitched the idea, you don't necessarily have to lead the team. You can just be the idea giver and consulted on it. And likewise, if your idea didn't make the final vote, you have to just join a team and get behind someone else's, because there's still lots to gain from it. Then we take you through like the full process in kind of validating your proposition. There's different ways to describe it. Your value proposition is, your target market, the problem you're trying to solve. And then you need to really see if that's a real problem that matches a real target market group of people. And you have to review, analyze the competition. And then if you think yes, and you also have to do market research to validate your problem exists against that target group. So that's actually, we have teams going out into Norwich and doing surveys, calling up people, etc. And then when you think you've got, you can compete against the competition. There will always be competition, and you think there's a demand for it. Then you go through to defining actually building a prototype, which is the hackathon part, building a working prototype, designing it, sorting out your branding, and then really start building up to your final pitch, which is really the end goal, that slick pitch up on stage. And that's all supported by also workshops. We'll be doing workshops with you. So this is one with Ben. Ben will be mentoring again this year. Does a really excellent workshop on the business model canvas. Business model canvas is a great tool, one-page tool to define your business strategy, who your customers are, what problem they have, how you're going to find them, what you're going to charge them, how much it's going to cost you to run your business, etc. What is your product you're building? Then, as I said there, the performance coaching, Simon Floyd, and business model canvas again. And then once you work through, you may even start on the Thursday evening. Some people do. You work through the Friday. There'll be certain phases we have to get you through to the Saturday. Then you're firming up your pitch. The judges will come on the Saturday from about lunchtime. You'll get time to spend with the judges to show them your working prototype, give them a brief overview of your business, but the full details will come in the pitch. So you'll meet the judges, and then on the Saturday evening, we'll open up the event actually to invite more people. So you'll be pitching in front of the attendees, but anyone, sometimes we get up to 100 extra people coming along. So it's like a show. It is showtime on the Saturday night. Good fun to have people on stage doing their strict 5-minute pitch on the business they've built. And it is amazing to see, it literally is zero to hero, seeing the teams transform from nothing to these slick pitches on stage. Every year it just gets better and better. And the audience are amazed. Yeah, and you as a team will be super proud of what you've achieved. Yeah, and then it goes down to the judges will announce the winners, etc. But yeah, it is quite a scary event in terms of like you are leaving your comfort zone, but you'll learn so much. It's very rewarding, and it is a complete safe zone to do that because we're all in it together. We all want the same outcomes. Everyone's very supportive, and everyone, as you can see in this image, is very happy afterwards. Yeah, so that is, yeah, that's kind of just a little overview of the whole event. So open to having any questions, getting to know you better. I don't think we've got anyone who's previously attended here, have we? Or Sean, I recognise your name, but you haven't done it. Oh, I haven't even, I hope none of one's been talking because I haven't had my headphones on, so I wouldn't have heard you anyway. So cool. Yeah, so any questions, or I'm going to ask questions if you're not. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Hi, John. Hi. I know, I think in the previous year, maybe even last year, there was a theme, an overall theme for the event. Is that the intention this year as well?
No, we normally don't have a theme. Last year we had a theme, because it was a unique year in terms of lots of disruption in the and actually Norwich Bid approached me, and they were so strong in wanting to make it happen, and upcycling and circular economy. So I said, yeah, I'm going to have a crack at it. But yeah, we don't. I mean, generally it's like solving local problems, but I think we're not in London, New York, and where there is such a big audience, you can have a very strong theme and still attract people. So because it's Norwich, I like to keep it quite open. But generally, solving local problems, is kind of the natural theme that seems to come out. But yeah, I don't want to limit it necessarily.
So if it weren't a local theme, that would be okay, wouldn't it?
Oh, it can be anything. Yeah, we're open. I mean, the only real rules are, in terms of the idea, is that we don't want people to come with an idea already being worked on. And because if you're coming with a pre-formed team and you've already started on it, it has to be kind of trying to come something new, no code's been written, and you're open to recruiting. I know that some people come along with a couple of their buddies and they want to be in the same team, that's fine. But if you come basically with your own team formed, you've been working on the idea, that's kind of not fair, because there is money involved in terms of winning. So but yeah, any idea. I mean even open to, if you're like have an existing business maybe, and you want to, try something else out, it's a new idea. And if you're transparent in your pitch, I run this business and we have this particular if you're transparent in your pitch, it's a great way to build a quick MVP and test an idea. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Cool.
I will go next. Hi, John. I followed this event for the last couple of years, but I've never made the effort actually to be part of it. So
now's the time.
Now's the time, exactly. So I'm currently the Chief Operating Officer of a startup, and from November I will be joining a group at Cambridge University that is linked to the European Institute for Innovation and Technology. So I just thought this event looks fantastic to just come along and help out or lend a hand. So that's really my motivation for being here.
Good. Yeah. No, you should definitely. Well, if you've been kind of watching it over the last couple of years, I highly recommend just coming along and getting stuck in. The best way to experience it is actually attending and being in a team with a bunch of people trying to make something, create something from nothing. So I highly recommend. I mean, certainly your background is very relevant, but also it's relevant to anybody. I mean, I've had like a surgeon from the NNM turn up in his scrubs. He won runner-up in the first year. I've had like president of the Black Cab Association who knew nothing. I mean, he's like a 60-year-old fella, knew nothing about tech, had a particular problem, and he had no smartphone, no laptop. He had a notepad, and he was just amazed by being on this table with all these people making his idea a reality. So it's cool. But it'd be great to see you, Henri. Is from South Africa.
I am. Well, I'm actually from Namibia.
Oh, Namibia.
Yeah. So it's
okay.
Actually,
I used to live in Namibia. We should stay on. Yeah, I used to live in. Ek het gebly in Windhoek. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I was born in Tsumeb. So.
Tsumeb. Okay, cool. I've been there. Anyway,
We'll chat. We'll chat later. Sure. Thanks.
So Mary Jo, you were thinking it wasn't relevant to you. Do you think? Are you? Because you're building your own business, got your own startup. Are you up for coming along?
Oh my God, I'd love to come along. I really do. The fact that it's about learning and the process of learning and doing that in real time is so exciting. So I'd love to come.
Yeah.
My worry, to get myself out of my own head on what I'm trying to do, but I think I will learn an awful lot. But my worry is I don't really know what I could offer a team.
This is the thing. I need to try and change it's difficult because it's kind of like on the face of it, looks quite intimidating. Oh, I won't be, I can't code, I can't do this, but everyone has something to offer. You can just go and pull someone off the street and say, join my team. Everyone will be able to contribute something, so you definitely have the skills. You're rocking and rolling already. So you got a lot to offer. But for you, I'd say, there's two benefits for you. One is, the learning, working so closely maybe with some developers, doing all the kind of classic strategy stuff. And then also, I would say for you, it's networking. It's networking, particularly not only networking for maybe building relationships with people that you might want to hire one day, and also the mentors. And, if you ever wanted to raise investment, there's a few mentors who invest. So definitely worth your while.
Yeah. You sold it to me.
Good. Any other? I'm going to pick on someone. Gary, turn your mic on, camera on if you can. What's your what are you up to right now? Hey, Gary.
Hello. Yeah, well, I'm a freelancer, designer and developer based over in Suffolk.
Cool.
And just interested. So I've followed it a few times over the years, it's just a very interesting event and the kind of thing that I've followed from afar, and I might have a chance to come down to it this year. So I know no more than I've read online and on the meetup page. So starting from scratch. But cool. I design and build websites, and I do graphic design as well.
You are going to be under serious demand.
That's a scary
So when it comes to, if you're not pitching an idea, if it comes to team formation, like if you do design and develop, then you're like a one-man prototyping building machine. So
careful how I picture myself there. But it sounds very interesting. I'd love to come along.
Yeah, and again, for yourself, it's fun. Maybe you feel like can be quite lonely. You're kind of freelancing, but because you are like freelancing, you are exposed to a lot of different aspects of like a business, but it's a great way again to network. And maybe also if you are working on a project and you need extra help, you might be able to meet people to do that, and also pick up business, potentially customers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
Oh, good. Yeah, I hope to see you there, Gary.
Cheers.
William, unusual spelling.
Very unusual, yeah.
Yeah, but a boring comment that you hear all the time. So
I mean, it's always a conversation starter, so
yeah.
it's fun for me. I work at Langham Recruitment. Obviously, Andy and stuff well. James Ford went to the event previously, said it was really good fun. Again, similar to him, don't come from a technical background. Obviously, we know how your businesses work. There's lots of things involved within it which we understand. And yeah, he just sort of recommended it.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, I would say, well, this is what I love about Langham Recruitment. They're a recruitment agency, sort of Manchester, Norwich, Cambridge area, and growing, London a bit now. But like to actually get their team, encourage their team to attend. Normally recruitment agencies a little bit standoff, really. They might want to put some funding in to sponsor it, but I say it's nice to have your money, but I want you there, because you're not really going to get the full benefits, and you're not going to, if you're recruiting for technical roles or anything like that, then you're working, you're going to be working with, it's great, really benefit learning experience there as well.
For sure, yeah. We just like to get involved and immersed as possible. I think we went to, obviously, I don't mean to do conflicting things. We went to NordFCon, brilliant experience, learned so much from all the talks. And yeah, it was nice to sort of like hear things, but it would be even nice to actually get involved in that process. I did business at UEA as well, so it's
really you're nice. Perfect. Yeah, good.
Yeah, sweet. It's really nice to be able to apply those skills a little bit in a practical sense. Yeah.
Cool. Zorsha, we emailed today, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah. So Zorsha is so we collaborate with UEA big time on Sync the City from the beginning. They're like the major partner, and we use UEA, which Zorsha's just been hired at UEA to help with organizing, so the events management, logistics, and everything like that. So good to see you there, Zorsha.
Yeah, you too.
Hopefully, you can ask questions as well if you want. No worries. Anyone else? Jamie, you game on?
I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure whether I'm trying to work out if I can, I guess, dedicate the whole length of time needed. It seems really interesting. I mean, my background is I'm a systems engineer, so maybe you might be able to help with some of the kind of engineering side of things. But yeah, I guess maybe the first instance, it might be good just to come along to the pitching. You said that's something you could do, right? Just come along to, I guess, the end bit where ideas, just to kind of get more of a feel for how it's worked. In the first year, there might be something that they'll be interested in.
Just watch it on YouTube, mate.
Is it? Okay.
And then come. Don't put it off. I'd say it's all the pictures are on YouTube. You can do that now.
Okay.
And come along. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, it is quite a commitment. This is, it's a serious commitment. It's Friday, Saturday. You basically, historically, with the mentors, because these are all like CEOs, etc. I used to say, just pop in if you can, because it's a serious commitment. But over the years, we've changed that now because it just doesn't work. You have to be in it, so you have to do the full whack, and that includes the mentors. So, and lucky now it's popular, we can kind of say, we do get mentors saying I can do, Saturday afternoons, or I can just do Friday. I say, sorry, not possible, because it's not fair. You have to be stuck in it. But yeah, I really recommend. You won't, it is a commitment, but you won't regret it. You'll enjoy it.
Sorry, John, what are the dates again?
Oh God, I have to Google. It's no, it's
November,
like,
I'm sure.
yes, November the
17th and
9th,
19th.
17th and 19th. Thank you. Yeah. 17th. So it's we purposely, the startup weekend's normally on a Saturday and Sunday, but we purposely do it on the Friday, Saturday, because it's kind of, you get sign off from your boss, and then you just a little bit sign off from your partner, because so it's kind of 50-50. It's not annoying both, basically. So the Friday, Saturday. Cool. I've done did I do? Yeah, I've done everyone, have I? Yeah. Chris, I don't know, are you going to say hello, Chris? Or maybe sometimes people are on a Zoom and they're kind of sort of listening. Cool. Any more questions?
Oh, it sounds great. Thank you.
Cool. Hope to see you there.